Good morning, everyone. I am Dr.A.NAGALAXMI, Assistant Professor, Department of Commerce with Finance in esteemed institution Dr. S.N.S. Rajalakshmi College of Arts and Science, Autonomous, Coimbatore. I am here to explain the topic concept Competition Act, that is introduction of Competition Act. Under Competition Act in the course 21 UCF 801 Corporate Financial Law Principles and Policies. As we know, what is meant by competition? Competition provides everywhere. Now we are going to see the competition which is prevailing in the market among the producers. Now we are going to see the introduction. Competition in the market means sellers striving independently for buyers' patronage, that is support, to maximize profit or other business objectives. A buyer prefers to buy a product at a price that maximizes his benefits, whereas the seller prefers to sell the product at a price that maximizes his profit. The term competition is generally understood as a process whereby the economic enterprises compete with each other to secure customers for their product. In this process, the enterprise compete to outsmart, that is, defeat their competitors, sometimes to eliminate their rivals. So, competition in general, one has to win, other has to lose. So, every seller will try to win and try to eliminate the other sellers. That is called as competition. Now we are going to see introduction to Competition Act 2002. So Competition Act of India was triggered by Article 38 and 39 of Constitution of India. These articles are a part of the directive principles of state policy. Based on the directive principles, the first Indian competition law was enacted in 1969 and was labeled as the Monopolies and Restrictive Trade Practice Act 1969, MRTP Act. So all the, that is, everyone will be aware about this MRTP Act. MRTP Act was enacted in 1969. Sachar Committee constituted for this MRTP Act. Competition Act 2002 was came into force by a committee called as Raghavan Committee, which amended the Competition Act in 2002, and that Competition Act was amended, that is, it was added with some new laws and removal of some unwanted things in 2007. Now we are in the topic objectives of the Act to ensure fair competition in India. So Competition Act was enacted for some purpose. The first purpose is to ensure fair competition in India, to prohibit trade practices that leads to adverse effect on competitions in market. The third one is to curb negative aspects of competition by establishing Competition Commission of India to implement competition policies, to promote and sustain competition in the market, to protect the interest of consumers, and to ensure freedom of trade in the Indian market. So these are the purpose for the enactment of Competition Act. Here we are going to see salient features of the Competition Act 2002. So first feature is prohibition of anti-competitive agreements. The second feature is prohibition of abuse of dominance, regulation of combinations, that is acquisition, mergers and amalgamation of certain size, establishment of Competition Commission of India CCI, functions and powers of CCI, repeal of the MRTP Act 1969 and dissolution of the MRTP Commission, transfer of provisions relating to unfair trade practices to Consumer Protection Act 1986. So the Competition Act had these features inside it. So we got some idea about what is meant by Competition Act. Thank you for your patience listening.